Where's the cup? I see it. Oh, there it is. It's in the distance. It's flying in. So majestic.
So wonderful.
It's glorious.
Odd banger for your comment. It really helps us out.
Do we put our hands on our hearts? Is that?
We can.
I think that's appropriate here.
Swear allegiance to the Moonberry Cup.
Truly beautiful.
There we go. The Moonberry Cup has begun. Officially. Okay. Back to the race here. Let's cue up some music. And it looks like we are just about ready.
Making some noise for Pixel
All right.
Noise.
This is great. Name her Battleid.
Okay, whenever you guys are ready, go ahead. You got your names in.
Yeah, I do.
And then
Done.
we'll start on begin. I'll do a countdown, and then 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll begin.
And then the next chapter we stop on the postcard. Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah, from here on out up until Summit, we'll stop on the postcard screen.
Awesome. Ready.
Okay, here we go. MBC 10 begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Can't wait to die in the prologue.
Never mind. Thank you so much for
Hopefully
joining the
not.
inner circle. So much hype right now for the Moonberry Cup and Prologue. It's gonna go by so fast. But Palm Top, what's the speed strat for Prologue?
Right, so every time you hop, you advance about 2 frames faster than you would just walking that distance. So the runners are going to try to fit in as many hops as they possibly can within this short window.
That's it, and it took longer to describe it than to do it. But you can see both runners flying through there with those little hops and trying to tighten up that time as best as they can. We can just go ahead and pop into the postcard screen for the first stage here, Forsaken City. Okay, looks like both runners all ready. Let's get into it. Forsaken City begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. We got one reset, right? That's how this works? One reset every time?
Yeah.
Every chapter?
One reset per chapter. Okay, so Forsaken City is the first 2 chapters here, City and Sight, are both fairly short compared to some of the chapters that are coming up. And I think both runners here are just going to be looking to not die, I think, is the most important thing you're going to see. At this level, a Calcite League, you can see their PBs are in the mid-50s, mid-50 minutes. And at that level, I would say the most important thing is just to play smooth and clean and try to minimize deaths. Palm Top, would you agree with that?
For most people, yes.
Yeah, for most people, yeah.
Yeah. Getting through the level is going to be the biggest thing. You'll probably see maybe a couple of speed strats, but for the most part, they're just trying to play cleanly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like
And
we just saw PixelNoiseFM go under that traffic block. It's a nice move.
It's falling with style, actually, please.
We can see early on, Cursed has a slight lead here, but not much, and it's tough to really lose or gain a ton of time. Nice move there from Cursed. That neutral dashing up that left wall is tricky. You ever forget to skip the cutscene? Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, my controller disconnected right at the end there, which is not what you want to see.
Oh boy, okay, no worries. It looks like Pixel Noise is going for the neutral wall strat and decided to abandon it for a safer strat, which is a good call, and sometimes you got to make those mental game decisions. But a nice chapter from both players. Let's take a look at those journals, and Palm Top, tell us what you see.
Sure, we've got a 202 from Cursed, and Pixel Noise has, hold on, let me...
Build the suspense.
Okay, 213.
Okay, so we got about
202?
about 10 seconds. About 10 seconds.
Hell no. All right, bring it
Small
on.
close
Bring
race.
it on. I'm ready.
Let's go. We're ready for some old
Do
action.
this.
Is my controller gonna wanna... Hang on.
That was me. I disconnected your controller. It was the last pitch attempt.
Sabotage.
Understandable.
Sabotage. I love the old site music. Personally, it's just like such a chill, dreamlike vibe, and such a cool stage. Okay, looks like both runners are ready. So let's get into old site in 3, 2, 1, go. Pixel Noise getting pumped. He said, "I want those 10 seconds back."
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Welcome in, Zero. Old Site is another kind of a fast, short chapter here, and it introduces the dream blocks, which you'll see a few times.
Dream blocks have to be one of my favorite mechanics.
The dream blocks are very cool, and both runners there pulling off a small cutscene optimization. Both of them getting on the first try. Doesn't save a ton of time, but saves a little bit, and it's not very risky if you mess it up, so it's definitely worth learning for sure. Ooh, Curse taking a death there, trying to get through these dream blocks. There's a tight little way to route through here optimally, and you can sometimes get caught, and if you dash through a dream block into a wall, that's an instant death.
And that's always a risk with these speed strats. You know, you're taking a risk in order to potentially save a small amount of time.
Yep, it's a risk reward, and it's balancing. And some strats are riskier than others. Some are safer than others. But you can see here through through this battle and chase section, Cursed taking a death there, allowing Pixel Noise to close the gap a bit. Now both on the same screen, and these battlins are going to chase the players and mirror their movements, and they're gonna have to be careful to avoid them here, because again, one touch is instant death, and on these screens it can mean a big time loss. Both runners now into the final screen that can really give you trouble. These screens can really cost you time if you take a death, and Cursed is the first through, and Pixel Noise with the first attempt through. Very nicely done.
Yep, very clean.
And through this section here, there's really not a whole lot that can kill you. Death is not really a problem, but both players are going to want to optimize their movement as much as possible, which means trying to keep their momentum by using wave dashes, hyper dashes, supers, and whatever else they can. And they're also going to want to try and avoid these springboards. You can see these springboards here, which you would think casually, oh, these are going to help me. But when you're trying to go fast, they actually slow you down quite a bit.
Yeah, those springs are going to suck all the momentum out of your movement.
Wow. Really close.
Very close.
Really close there. Let's take a look at the postcards and see for sure. I mean the journal, sorry. So a 236 for Cursed and a 231 looks like for Pixel Noise. So he got 5 seconds of that 10 back right there.
Almost there, almost there.
Almost there. As we head into Celestial Resort, where the run truly starts, this is
really.
A huge departure from the first two levels. It's a very long stage that's really tricky to speedrun, and we're going to see a real test now for both runners.
That's a magic trick in this level today.
Did you say you learned a magic trick?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Walls are an illusion.
Okay. I think I know what you mean, but we'll wait and see.
Ooh. That's a good trick.
Let's see some magic.
Okay, here we go. Looks like we're ready. Both runners are set. Let's get into the Celestial Resort in 3, 2, 1, go. Anybody in chat know the magic trick? If you do, go ahead and type it. So, let's see. There's, I guess, the biggest issue with speedrunning this comes down to these kind of black and red demonic things. What can you tell me about those, Palm Top?
So those are dust bunnies that come out of Oshiro, the proprietor of this hotel. They're sort of an embodiment of his negative feelings. They're a menace. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've died to these things in every single room. So you're seeing the runners struggle a little bit with them. It really comes down to figuring out the cycles for each of these rooms to avoid.
Yeah,
them.
I was just showing you what the fuzzies do. That's all I was doing. Just the educational content.
Yeah,
Of course.
so there. Watch Pixel Noise there to see exactly how that first room can. It's really tricky actually. The first room in here is one of the harder ones. The difficulty really ramps up in this chapter, and yeah, exactly. These are the dust bunnies. Just like most things in Celeste, one touch and you die. And they're on these like spinning cycles, and they make routing really difficult. And you can see Pixel Noise right here, just struggling a bit. And Cursed, nice, smooth, and clean play so far, which is giving him the early lead here. But a lot of level left. This is a very large stage.
Yep,
Got strawberry.
There's always the potential for a comeback, especially at the end.
Oh yeah. There's lots of rooms here that can save you a lot of time if you play it nice and clean, and they can cost you a lot of time as well.
Ah, crap.
So again, this is a big level, and routing actually plays a role here as Cursed is now making his way to the huge mess.
Oh no.
And once you have to like find Oshiro through this maze. And once you talk to him, he's going to open up 3 separate paths. Most speedrunners take the same paths. I'm not sure if Cursed and Pixel are going to take all the same paths, but probably they are.
Probably.
I just realized my demo button is not working. That's fun.
Okay, well, we might see a demo dash here, and we might see a standard path, but when we get to that point, we'll kind of explain a little bit what the demo dash is, and we'll most certainly see it in some of the later races today. And you see Cursed here going for a little spike jump, which is a small time save. There we go, nicely done. And Cursed has cleaned up the first section here. Pixel Noise not too far behind.
Also going for the spike jump. Got it.
Very smooth stuff now as Pixel Noise closing the gap a bit. Hey, what's up, Brace? Welcome in.
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
What's up, guys? Gio's here, Ickle, Chris, Toluo, Tony, Pixel Noise. And Curse now cleaned up the second checkpoint here, and Pixel Noise making his way through.
Taking a death.
So again, 3 sections here in total to clean up, each one with their own challenges. Now, when it comes to deaths, not all deaths are created equal. When you die, you start the screen you're on over. And obviously, if you die towards the beginning of the screen, it's not going to cost you that much time. But the further along into the screen you are, the sketchier it gets. Pixel Noise going for, I don't know, he's going to grab a crystal heart? Or
Yeah.
this is a shortcut, maybe.
This is a very unconventional route.
Yeah, he's decided just to go backwards here. Very interesting. Is he just going to go do some Pico 8? I'm not sure.
My button is apparently not working. Hang on.
Oh, we're having technical difficulties.
This is fine.
Very interesting strat there from Pixel Noise.
Yeah, I skipped talking to Oshiro the second time.
Wow, okay.
That's wild.
Wow, respect. Nobody likes cutscenes or talking to Oshiro, so that's a good move. Curse may be having some controller issues. We'll not a problem because we're doing, it's like a file timer, right? So
Yep.
it'll still be accurate, even though we won't be seeing it in real time during the level. Okay, and now Pixel Noise is into the final climb here to the roof. He's going to make his way to the roof.
This is where the level really starts getting challenging. Either you're going to go for the demo dash, or you're going to have to go through a very long and difficult room, and then immediately after that, you're gonna launch into the Oshiro section, where there's a lot of potential for death. So I'm excited to see
Pixel
how
Noise.
Yeah, wrong direction.
handle it.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt there. That was one of those costly deaths we were talking about,
Right
especially
there, same
in
thing.
this room. It's such a long room.
Yeah, it's too
And,
costly.
Yeah, it's very, very, very costly there at the end. Okay, now both runners in the same area now. Pixel coming up to the demo dash screen, and it looks like he's going to do it. Demo dash is second try. Very nicely done.
No demo button, baby.
Wow.
Who needs it? Who needs it?
Demo button less.
Really impressive.
Gorgeous Bob, Inner Circle legend in the house. What's up, Bob?
I'm like, hey,
What's up, Bob? What's up,
The
Dad?
flex and Curse getting through the demo dash. Nicely done. Both players showcasing some magic here in Susker Resort as Pixel Noise has reached the rooftop and the dreaded Oshiro chase.
Now, if Pixel can get through this cleanly, it could mean a complete comeback. There's only about a minute between them, so he's really gunning to get through this without a death.
Jay Money in the house. Welcome in, Jay Roy. Yeah, this the Oshiro section adds another element aside from these cycling meatballs, moving platforms, everything else. You have Oshiro now, who kind of locks on and chases you down. It's just another danger element. Along with that, it's just a lot of long screens. Again, where if you die towards the end of one of these screens, it's really going to cost you a lot of time. And Pixel Noise now on the final screen of the level here, which is very long screen, very dangerous screen, and yeah, this is where a lot of fates can change. Geodoc says there aren't moving platforms in Oshiro. Thank you, Geodoc. You are correct.
Curse is now also on the final screen.
Oh no!
I was
Oh,
not
no.
expecting to bonk that.
Oh, okay. We got
Same though.
a preview there of what was to come with the audio delay, but yeah. So that's right at the very end of the screen there. Pixel Noise taking a death. We'll see what happens. Both players struggling here. Looks like Curse is through now, and we'll have to see at the journal screen exactly what kind of damage is being done.
Oh, so much damage.
Nice tactical crouch.
There we go. And both players are through. Okay,
But I got a
top.
strawberry.
Flexberry.
So.
Flexberry.
Flexberry.
So for me, that's an ILPB by almost two minutes.
Oh wow! Nice.
Wow. That's actually insane.
It's huge.
740 to 258.
Yeah, 740 to 855.
Bam.
There's
Okay.
still only about a minute and 20 seconds between them.
Yeah. About
Yeah,
a minute.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Still anyone's game.
There's my first actual completed result with Demo Dash, because I just practiced it a load, but like only from the like checkpoint leading up to it.
Yeah, you
Oh
crushed
my
it.
gosh.
Both players nailing that demo dash. And yeah, a minute apart at this stage really is still anyone's game. Absolutely, as we head into Golden Ridge.
The nerves are crazy. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Race. It's race day, baby.
Let's do it. All right.
Let's do it. Okay. Looks like both runners are just about ready to go as we drop into Golden Ridge for this Calcite League match. Let's get windy in 3, 2, 1, go.
Breathe, my guy.
Just breathe. Make sure you have a nice dry towel there for your sweaty palms.
Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. All right.
That's it.
I need the towel. Towel strats.
Towel strats OP. Golden Ridge introduces a few new mechanics. Palm Top, what are we gonna see here?
Two of possibly the most cursed mechanics in the game.
Hell
Right now,
yeah.
you're seeing the wind. It pushes in either left, right, up, or down directions, according to the direction of the little snowflakes that you see on the screen. With proper movement, you can more or less negate that, but for casual runs, this is an absolute nightmare.
Very
the other thing that
challenging.
we're going to see here is snowballs, and that's going to come later on in the level. There's going to be giant yetis throwing these massive snowballs, and if you get hit with it, it's a death.
Yeah, the giant yetis are really ugly too, so when you see that, make sure to look away.
Yeah, the Yetis are very true lore. They do exist, even though Matt Makes Games and OK Games have not responded to my multiple inquiries to confirm or deny the existence of the Yetis. We're just going to go ahead and assume that they exist. But Golden Ridge is it's just a difficult stage, and a lot of people struggle with it. And speed running, it's really tricky. There's a lot of strats that are very precise that you could attempt, but if you mess up, you lose a lot of time. And there's a lot going on in this stage. I think, again, for these guys here, Calcite League runners are just going to be trying to get through here with as few deaths as possible.
Especially after that resort.
That's
Oh,
it.
hello.
You got to make up some time now.
Trying to do a corner boost here, and I'm missing something. I don't know what.
Oh yeah, this is cursed. There you go. That's a tricky extended off of that small platform with the wind against you. There is a small window of success.
Ah, there it is.
We also see like the clouds that you bounce off of. Those are new in this level, and it's the first time we're seeing bubbles too, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. And the blue bubbles just take you a short distance. Later on, we're going to see red bubbles that will continue until you hit a wall.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I think both runners here are playing pretty smooth through here so far. Pretty impressive stuff.
Nope. What is going on?
Pixel Noise trying to avoid the intended route, which is to like activate this moving block, activate the other moving block, come back down, activate the third block. You can kind of skip the second block with an extended jump, and there we go. Cursed taking an interesting path through here. This is not the path that I normally see, but it's certainly viable.
I struggle so much with the regularing that for me it's just worth it because it reduces deaths.
That's it. It's a balancing game between speed and consistency. Now, as Cursed is into the final section, aka the cliff face section.
Trying to do this vanilla, and I don't remember how.
Casual strats, am I right? Cursed taking one of those snowballs right to the face. And you can see the wind here really pushing against the players, and that affects everything they do. Every movement, every jump. Everything's a little bit different with the wind pushing against you like this. And Cursed really struggling here on this screen and allowing Pixel Noise to close the gap a bit.
The wind really throws you for a loop. The fact that the speed of all your actions changes really makes you have to reconsider how you perform all of your different strats.
Oh, that's a big death on Pixel Noise's screen there at the end of this. Again, long screen where you have to wait for these wind cycles. Really punishing in terms of time loss. And Curse really having a difficult time too with the final section here, Cliff Face. So It's really just a game of minimizing errors at this point.
Please.
Believe it or not, Pixel Noise has brought it back, as Curse was really having a tough time there. And there's not too much time in between them now. Okay, now Curse on the final screen. Let's hope he gets through cleanly. Yep, he is through.
Nicely done.
And let's all send Pixel Noise our energy for a nice, smooth, clean finish here. Oh. As you can see, little mistakes here are amplified because of the wind. There really are small windows of success just because you can't do like an upright dash will not allow you to reach areas where previously it would because of the wind. So the inputs that'll make you successful are much tighter.
Entering the final room now.
I missed the strawberry. No.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. First attempt through that last room and skip cutscene, and we are through. Okay, Golden Ridge is behind us now, guys. We can relax.
No, we
Thankfully.
can't. No relaxing. Oh my god.
You know, before I got stuck in that one room, that was IL pace for me.
Okay,
So we're
what are
looking
the?
at a difference about
Go ahead, Palm
2
Top.
minutes and 20 seconds. So that might seem like a lot, and in higher levels it would be, but at these lower levels, it's still anyone's game. A few deaths is the difference between winning and losing here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. As we head into the what's next? What's the next? Is it Mirror Temple?
5 mirror. Yeah.
Mirror
Death
Temple.
is also the tiebreaker, though. So if you have the most deaths and you get the same exact time, you get the win. That's what I was
right.
heard.
And
That's what I was told.
strawberries save time too.
Strawberries. Yeah.
We might be doing different routes here. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I feel like we practice the same thing. I don't know, just a gut.
Well, let's find out. Let's see what happens. We're gonna find out shortly into the beginning of the stage which route these players are taking, and we'll explain why they might be taking a different route once we get started here. So let's begin Mirror Temple in 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, Matt the Man, Sickly Jack, Geo in the house, comment. What's up, guys?
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
Thanks for being here. Mirror Temple is my personal favorite stage, just because of the aesthetic and the vibe.
It also has some of the best music in the game, I think.
Oh, absolutely. 5A and B. Coming up on skip here, which Cursed is attempting, called the Ickle Skip. Oh, nicely done, Pixel Noise, with a variation on the Ickle Skip. There we go, and Cursed is through. Both players avoiding having to take kind of go 2 screens to the left, grab a bubble, take a bubble all the way back right. You can skip all that with the little movement that you saw there. Okay, Pixel going for a cutscene, small cutscene optimization there. As we head into the big, long room, and we're going to see maybe some speed strats here. Okay, Pixel Noise
Pixel,
attempted
Tried for Dutch corner boost.
attempted the big ol' yeet, and looks like Curse is just going to play it safe here.
Hate doing this vanilla.
Basti.
The worst. Here we go.
Welcome, Basti, Inner Circle member extraordinaire.
And Curse coming up on the first key skip.
Whoop. Took the wrong path there. This is an intended skip. Oh, you can make that, I think, if you just go up out of that bubble. But
you need to Archie, and apparently I'm doing something wrong.
oh, I see. Okay, well now it's confirmed. We have two diverging routes. Pixel Noise opting to take the 5B path, and Cursed with the 5A path. So why Palm Top? Why would someone go and do get the cassette and go to 5B and all that?
Doing the entirety of 5B is actually faster than going through the rest of 5A at this point. Even if your 5B is not perfect, you can still save a substantial amount of time.
Yeah, and there's like an asterisk there. Both 5A and 5B, if they're both played optimally, 5B, grabbing the cassette, going to 5B, and finishing 5B is faster than 5A optimally. And that being said, 5B is a challenging stage with a bunch of screens that can really cost you a lot of time if you die. And if your 5A is faster than that, well then, again, you got to just weigh your options here. But it's very cool to see kind of a 5A and 5B route, as Pixel Noise is on a screen now with a very famous skip called the Bubs Drop. Let's take a look and see if he executes it, and then we'll kind of explain what's going on.
And you got it.
First try Bubs Drop. Nicely done.
Incredible.
By kind of exiting that screen and falling back with a very specific timing, you can then take an intentional death and retry, and then you will spawn on the following screen, which saves a bunch of time, and that's an incredibly tight window trick that Pixel Noise just executed first try. Very impressive.
And Curse is now in the Seeker section.
Yep.
These are monsters that are going to chase him on a straight line. They may seem random, but their movements are completely consistent and dependent on what you do.
Yeah, and there's ways you'll see Cursed here kind of manipulating the Seekers to hit these keys. Not only does Madeline, when she touches these keys, activate them, but the Seekers do as well. So you'll see Cursed here kind of manipulating the Seeker to do some of the dirty work for him. But yeah, these guys, even though they are kind of on predictable paths, they can a lot of times act really strange and kind of catch you off guard. So especially on the screen Cursed is on now, ooh, just like that, you can take a death from one of these Seekers and lose a bunch of time. This screen is probably one of the more dangerous ones in terms of time loss.
And Pixel Noise is now entering the Seeker section as well.
Oh, do you ever just not press a button?
Been there.
Yeah, and Pixel Noise is going to have to deal with the Seekers as well. Don't worry about that.
Oh, no. Yeah, I got Seekers.
Yeah.
Seekers for days.
Yeah, this screen Pixel Noise is on is a tricky one. A lot of tight little gaps you got to squeeze through, and there you go, we're through. Now it's Pixel Noise's time to play with some Seekers. As Cursed, really quickly before I could even notice where he was, performed a search skip. Really nicely done. Which, if you're playing 5A, if you're speedrunning 5A, is absolutely without a doubt the number one by far most valuable skip to learn. For anybody maybe thinking about running this game or new to running this game, learn the search skip. It is extremely worth.
Because it's just a reverse super and then upright. Like, you're not going to be struggling too hard with it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You know, if you're new to the mechanics of the game, you may struggle a bit with it, but just a few minutes of practice and you should get it. Okay, now Cursed is onto the Theo section, and both players are going to have to manage Theo, who's kind of frozen in this ice block. And when you're holding him, it kind of slows you down to a crawl, but you'll see the players kind of using some advanced mechanics to kind of increase their speed while negotiating the rooms here with Theo. Innocent bystander in the house. There's some kind of school where one could learn to search skip Majama. Yes, absolutely there is. That's a good point. Maybe we'll do a quick episode of Speed School after this chapter. Give the runners here a chance to catch their breath. Yeah, 5B, very clean here from Pixel Noise, and Curse as well. I'm excited to see where this ends up because both players are handling Mirror Temple quite well.
Yep, this is looking pretty close. And Pixel Noise finishing up the gauntlet room here.
Wow, very nice.
Very clean.
I think we need just a taste of the B-side music here.
Oh, please, yes. Give the audience what they want.
Can't go through this level without the B-side music. Little Cake-Off in the house. What's up? 5A versus 5B split. Yeah, that's right.
Pixel Noise in the last screen, taking a death.
Dominanine says best music, indeed.
And he's through.
Wow. 442. Nice. Temple B.
Curse not far behind.
Yep, coming up on the final couple screens here is Curse.
The awkward position.
This Seeker just giving us, a headache here. Maybe we can squish him. Nice save there.
Okay.
Whoop. There we go. Zapem Now is really hyped for the saxophone here.
And Curse
Nice
is
move
now
there.
on the final screen. The final
Yeah.
screen you could die on anyway.
Oh my god, save there. That gave me a heart attack.
Nice.
Okay, now you just got to navigate this, these waves of energy coming off this, magic eyeball thing.
Get it done.
Get it done, throw Theo into that eyeball, and we're both through Mirror Temple. Nicely played. Let's take a look at the
Nice.
journals and see where we stand now.
Some good time there.
Really good stuff for both runners.
Pixel Noise closing the gap, only about a minute behind, I believe.
All right, all right.
That's right, 26:12 and a 27:14, so we're down to a minute. That was great.
Unfortunately, I'm not doing 6B.
Yeah, I don't imagine
I
anybody's
would
gonna do
respect
50.
that, but
I tried, dude. It's so hard.
yeah. So before this chapter started, Madame, you said like why we do 5A or 5B. I have started learning 5B, and my best 5B time is about 8 minutes. So obviously, after you get the tape, for me right now, it ends up being slower. But I mean, as you can see, like even with deaths, Pixel Noise gained up like a full minute over me. So it's definitely something I want to be doing in the near
At
future.
a certain point, everyone has to decide, okay, it's time to incorporate 5B. But while we are let's take a quick pause here, and I'm going to actually showcase a Speed School video from our very own Pixel Noise himself. Let's take a look.
This room is big. This room is slow. This is a speedrun strat. Required strats for this trick include Hyperdash and Corner Boost. In Chapter 5, when you reach this point, what you want to do is you want to make your way up to this here dashy block. Go all the way left and Hyperdash into the corner by holding down and left, hitting the dash button, tapping the jump button, and then holding right. That'll give you a huge burst of speed that makes this trick possible. Now, you're aiming to jump off this platform, but you need to jump quickly enough so you don't lose your speed. Once you're right around here, you want to dash into the corner of this wall and hit grab and jump to corner boost through it, again keeping your momentum. Now you also need to hold down in order to avoid this piece of wall that's going to appear right here. Once you zone into the next room, you need to keep holding down, again enough to avoid the wall in front of you, but not so much that you drop into the pit below. Once you reach right about here, you just dash up and right into the wall, climb your way up, and that's how you perform the Depths Corner Boost.
Really nicely done there. Thanks for that video, Pixel Noise.
Thank you. Oh my god, I'm glad I got it up in time for the race.
It was pretty tight, but we got it in there. Okay, so let's get ready to get into reflection. It looks like both runners are in position. Here we go. Reflection begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Now this is the first level where we see feathers. It can move in 360 degrees. I don't know, runners, do you use the analog stick or the D-pad for your movement?
Analog stick to input all of my dashes. Which some people find is terrifying.
It is terrifying, that's why.
Are you guys both on a D-pad and then analog for feathers?
Yep.
Oh wow, Curse just absolutely flexing on us with the lake skip there. I wasn't even ready to talk about it. I wasn't prepared to see it, but
Lake skip is free.
Lake skip is definitely not free. So you can see what Pixel Noise just finished up doing was kind of activating that Kevin block, coming over and using it to jump into the next screen. You can avoid doing that it's a really actually very tight trick, which Cursed did so fast that I don't know if you saw it, but we might see it later, I guess. But yeah, that was a really nice lake skip. So Kevin blocks are also introduced here. You can see Pixel Noise kind of getting crushed by one right there, but you can activate them by dashing into them, and then they will travel in the direction that you hit them from. Again, on Pixel Noise's screen, taking advantage of a kind of an advanced strat called a neutral jump to get up this wall. Typically, the casual route is a little bit slower. And still early going with a lot to go, but it looks like Cursed with a slight advantage here. Oh, but taking a few deaths on this screen.
So bad at extendeds. There we go.
To explain extendeds, they're a way of timing your jumps while dashing that will restore your dash. So you have a second dash in the air.
Right, dash and keep your red hair.
Exactly. Yep. It's almost like it's like almost like having two dashes, but it's a bit tricky, and sometimes you'll miss it. So it's not completely free, but it's something
it's definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something that you want to definitely want to get good at if you want to speedrun this game.
It's not necessary to beat the base game with, but it's definitely a valuable strat for speedrunning.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Incredibly valuable. And again, you're seeing here one of the worst features in the game, the bumpers. They can be really tricky and really mess you up. Cursed is on one of my least favorite screens here, where you have to use these feathers and then negotiate around these bumpers. Nicely done.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Majama, but I don't think you've ever gotten through that room without touching a bumper.
I think it's 100% correct. Yeah, I don't think I've ever cleanly gotten through that room once.
Oops.
So Reflection is another stage with multiple kind of paths, multiple routes, and the level forks off a few different times. Ooh, Curse there, taking a risk reward where the risk won that time. There's a path through here which generates you a checkpoint, which just in case you die going through this slippery little spike area, you're going to be saved. But Curse is going all out and skipping the checkpoint, and you can see it's costing him a bunch of time. There you go. Now he's going to showcase the checkpoint here just by touching that ledge there. Now if he were to die, of course then he makes it through, but if he was to die there, he would just spawn just above there, so not a big time loss. But it did allow Pixel Noise to close the gap, and he's hot on Cursed heels.
Pixel Noise also avoiding the checkpoint.
Ooh, nicely done. He first tries it, and that's how you close the gap.
And they are neck and neck again.
Yep. Heading into the battle-in fight section. Get your hey yas ready in chat.
And it looks like Curse is going for the big yeet. Missed it, but survived.
Okay, here we go. This is the battle and fight. Both players now in the fight. Battle-in is what we affectionately call Evil Madeline, and she has a couple of moves here. She shoots laser beam, and she also shoots these kind of like energy balls. And the goal of each screen is to kind of just give her a hug, just go and tap her, and then you can see kind of distort and retreat. But there's a lot going on here. You have like these falling blocks, crumbled platforms, spikes everywhere, a lot happening, and the players are going to be trying to negotiate all this smoothly, cleanly, and quickly. This is a lot of players' favorite section. They just love the battle and fight, and it's really fun to do when you're speedrunning, and just really fun casually as well.
There's some very cool screens in this fight.
And it looks like Pixel Noise has the lead now.
I'll give it back, don't worry. I wanted to try it on for a little bit.
Yeah, see how it fits, you know?
There it is. Exactly.
Ken in the house. What's up, Ken?
I'm like, hey, what's up?
Now we do have to keep in mind that Pixel Noise came into this with a slower time, so while he is further along in the chapter, in terms of file time, he is most likely still behind.
Yeah, correct. So he's got some room to make up. Yo, nice guy in the house. What's up, nice guy?
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
Welcome in, guys. Pixel Noise struggling a bit, getting absolutely beamed a few times. And now, look, we got a sync up going, folks. It's a good old-fashioned sync up. Love when that happens. Both players neck and neck. Making their way through this kind of a cutscene-y screen into the final section of the level.
Nope.
Both of them still neck and neck.
Yeah. These screens here are tricky with these cycling platforms. Nicely managed. Ooh, Curse takes a death there, and Pixel Noise cleanly through, so there we go.
Pixel Noise now in the last screen.
Yep, final screen. It's a long one, and it is a bit tricky, and Curse just entered it now. I'm holding my breath.
Nicely done from Pixel. And now Pixel has the only power-up in the game. He has 2 dashes rather than 1. You can see the hair color changes depending on the number of dashes remaining.
Yep, both players first try through that final screen, which is very important, and now just a small little climb up to touch the purple battling orb and finish out the level.
Nicely done from both
Nicely
players.
done, yeah. Really good reflection.
And we're looking at a 3606 versus 30... What was that? I gotta wait until the notebook opens.
3520 and 3606, so just under a minute, looks like.
Under a minute, yes.
Going into Summit, yeah. Going into Summit under a minute. It's definitely anybody's race. And let's do one more speed school before we head into Summit and give these players. Remember, there's no postcard screen, so we're just gonna ready up where it says climb. And I'm gonna do one more quick addition to speed school here. And this is actually for a trick that's coming up in 2500. So let's take a look.
In summits 2,500 meters, you would normally need to do the room demonstrated here in order to reach a key and progress. This, however, costs several seconds and can be entirely avoided by going up into the key room and doing a couple of well-timed wall kicks with the help of a second jump button. You're going to want to climb the left wall, and during the screen transition, you'll see that you gain some upward momentum. As you're going up, you want to press the jump button at the highest point on the wall, which will send you towards the spikes on the opposite wall. Pressing the jump button again here will give you a second wall kick, and from here, you can just dash upward, grab the key, and reset the room to get down quickly. An easier way of doing this during the screen transition is to do it on the fall, but the principles are still the same. Wall kick, dash twice, and grab the key. The easiest way of accomplishing this, but also the slowest, is to grab the wall, perform a wall jump, then let go of the grab button and perform the move as you would in the second clip. In essence, this skip is still the same no matter which method you use, and the difference between the slowest and fastest method is less than a second.
Okay, thank you, Palm Top, one and only Palm Top Tiger, for putting that speed school video together. And yeah, okay, so this is it, guys. This is the summit. This is the final climb. Both runners, when you're ready, get to that climb screen. And then another thing, it's a small thing, but you can just kind of, once we 3, 2, 1, go, you can just like mash A or whatever the button is to go through. There's like an initial kind of cutscene thing, which you can skip. So that way we'll be at least a little bit closer to being like being on time.
What screen do we wait for when we go to 7B? I just want to know when
we
do
that. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Looks like Curse went ahead and started, so you can just go ahead and start whenever you're ready.
Going in.
Curse got excited. It's fine.
It's fine. We're good.
We're good. So, Summit is a massive level. Palm Top, what can you tell us about Summit?
Summit is basically a compilation of all of the previous levels. You'll see them all represented through smaller sections. This first one doesn't really have an equivalent, but starting the 500 meter section, you'll see that they're parallel to the earlier levels in the game.
Yeah, so you get kind of like a section similar to Forsaken City, and then Old Site, and then Resort, same as the main game here, but it's trickier. There's a lot of new things going on here.
Because you have 2 dashes.
Well, yeah, now you have 2 dashes, so it's like a whole nother mechanic, and it's just such a long level as well to have to keep your concentration through, and keep your fingers working and everything going. So yeah, it's definitely a marathon here. And both runners now into the 500 meter section, which should look
familiar. This level is incredibly long. I mean, it is a marathon.
Yeah, which is why, especially for Calcite League runners, definitely anybody's game at this point, especially with only a minute in between these guys.
I'd like to make is that there's about as much gameplay at top level Summit. There's about as much gameplay as like the entirety of Hotline Miami any %, which is where I come from. Like for learning this game, certainly was very intimidating at the time.
Right. So yeah, just Summit is like equivalent to an entire other game, speedrunning. And shout outs to both of the runners here. They're both streamers as well, and I know Cursed, as he mentioned, is a speedrunner of Hotline Miami. So, guys, please go follow Cursed and Pixel Noise. Thanks for that shout out, Palm Top. Cursed, first to enter 1,000 meters. We're seeing the return of the Dream Blocks here, and Pixel Noise not far behind.
Curse getting through these screens very cleanly.
Yeah, good, nice, clean play from both players here.
Curse taking the left path there. I'm curious to see if Pixel does the same.
quick death from both runners there. Yep, Pixel taking the same path with a slight detour into a wall first.
This is PB pace for me.
All right, nice. Love seeing a Moonberry Cup PB. Walker in the house. What's up, Walker?
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
Welcome in, man. Good to see you.
We've seen a lot of PBs in Moonberry Cup.
We have, yeah. Something
Because
about
that's when
it.
we practice the most.
Yeah, right. Okay, both runners now in the 1500 meter section. This is, again, a difficult, very difficult section to do quickly. This is the Celestial Resort section of Summit. So you have, again, these moving dust bunnies or meatballs just causing havoc. And again, at this level, you really just want to try and be clean. Ooh, Curse taking a really costly death at the end of this long room.
Okay.
Big time loss there.
Pixel Noise now caught up.
Yeah, this is one of the tougher rooms, just because of everything going on. Nice. Both runners through now. There's a small kind of quick room and then another big long room with a lot going on here.
This room is very punishing as well.
Oof. Yep. That's just like that. That's how it can really hurt when you're at the end and you just you take a death. Nice. Pixel Noise is through. Cursed died on the following screen, so still
Curse now on the last screen.
Yeah, not a lot of space in between these guys. Still a very close race. Just for anybody just tuning in, Cursed is about a minute ahead at this point, so Pixel Noise is going to have to close the gap by about a minute by the end of Summit here. Oh, how did I get in this position moment? From Pixel Noise. Can I save this? Yes or no?
Curse is now on 2,000 meters.
Oh, man.
Yep,
We're
2,000
going to
meters.
see a
So,
return of the wind mechanic and the snowballs as well.
yep, wind, clouds, snowballs, it all comes back. Hey, Maxio, what's up? Thanks for the host.
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello?
Curse finding himself in an unwinnable position there. Both runners went for the top strat in the second room of 2000.
I was just getting the strawberry.
Yes, collecting strawberries, as
Yeah.
one does in any percent.
Yeah, very important. So so we're seeing like the auto scroller screen here. Curse is on. There's a few of those in this section, and they're slow. They're slow. Auto scrollers, as you can imagine, you have to wait for these blocks to move, and there's really no way to hurry them up. But there are some kind of more advanced ways to minimize how much you have to interact with them. But it looks like both runners here just doing the traditional kind of traditional methods, which is fine.
Yeah, at this level, I wouldn't really expect an auto scroller skip.
Nope, you just want to play nice and clean, and that'll be quick enough. Okay, and again, we're not too far apart. Runners are pretty close together here still. Yeah, close race, BBY, yep.
Curse taking a nasty death on the last screen.
Oof, yeah, so punishing there in terms of time loss.
Pixel Noise now on the final screen as well.
Yep. Okay, Curse is through. into 2,500 meters. Pixel
Very
Noise
clean
right
Pixel
behind, nicely done. So this is the Mirror Temple section.
Get to stretch for 5 seconds.
There we go. Yeah, you can see a divergence in routes here. Pixel Noise going left and grabbing this bubble allows you to kind of skip a bunch of this. It's slightly slower than playing the intended way, like optimally, but it does allow you to ensure a safe passage, and also yeah, just kind of stretch your fingers a little bit.
You can see Curse going for the key skip that we just demonstrated in the speed school.
Yep, that 2,500 meter key skip looks like he's going to abandon it and take the traditional route, which again, this is the part you can see him doing now, which you can avoid doing. Yeah, both runners. Oh, Pixel Noise tried to save it, almost had it, just ran out of stamina. Okay, nicely done.
They're now neck and neck again.
Yep. We're all synced up. Ooh, cursed. Got cursed there. And allowing Pixel Noise to pull ahead here. That's exactly what Pixel Noise needs. Is he's got to hope Curse makes some mistakes here. He's got some time to make up. Eric J. Math, he's going to see a door skip, don't worry. Curse is skipping these doors. You can see it's possible to get through that screen without opening the doors. There's enough of a gap there underneath.
Everyone knows door skip's impossible. Stop lying.
Nice final screen there from Pixel Noise. This last screen is a long one, and it's kind of challenging. And it's possible for you to take a death for sure and lose a whole bunch of time. But Pixel Noise now into the 3,000 meters, which is the final climb.
I think door skip is easier with use of a demo dash, but it's not required.
Yeah, absolutely, it is easier. Yep.
Yeah. I couldn't pull it off until I actually assigned the demo button.
So 3,000 meters is the final climb, and you can see instead of where normally you would kind of go to a new screen and that would become your checkpoint, the checkpoints here are literal flags, and they count down. As you can see, Pixel Noise just passing number 25 there. And when you touch them, it becomes your checkpoint. So if you were to die after, you would just spawn there. But you're going to see, for the first time, the wind in a downdraft here, where instead of pushing you left or right, pushes down on you, which, again, affects everything you do. And then you're also going to see updraft, which makes you more like, almost like low gravity, which is going to be coming up shortly. And there's a lot of sections here which require stamina management. Because if you're new to the game here, Madeline cannot climb forever. Certain things will drain your stamina bar. And I thought it was pretty cool of the developers to not include the stamina bar. You could see that as a kind of logically you would want to see your stamina, but they left it intentionally vague. So you just kind of have a general idea of the moves that you can and can't get away with. But so far, Pixel Noise playing very clean here.
And both runners are now in the updraft section.
Yep. Pixel Noise with the slight advantage, touching flag 14. And Cursed just hitting flag 15. Metagloria says there's a mod that shows the stamina bar. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's an interesting mod.
Speaking of mods, guys, if you guys are not familiar with mods, it's actually incredible. There's a whole community. Basically, it's like Mario Maker, where you can create your own levels, except with Celeste. And there's a lot of beautiful, beautiful mod levels. Some are very challenging. Some are more casual. But if you are interested in playing mod levels, you can go to my YouTube channel. I have a tutorial on how to quick and easy set up playing mods for yourself. And also, in about a month, we have the Modberry Cup.
Modberry!
The Modberry Cup, the first of its kind, is going to be a special event where we're going to be showcasing not only mod levels, but mod levels commentated by their creators. We're also going to be like going behind the scenes. If you ever want to learn how to make your own levels, we'll be showing you how to do that, and we'll be showcasing some speed running and stuff. It's going to be quite a time. That's on July 26th, a little less than a month from now.
Pixel Noise now reaching Flag 3, one of the most maligned flags in Summit.
Flag 3, my least favorite flag. It's just awkward. It's just an awkward flag. You got these feathers, you got this weird middle section, you got this dash at the end, which can be tricky, but very nicely handled there. And Cursed here struggling a bit back at Flag 7, and Pixel Noise now. Oh, God. My stomach. Please. I can't take it. Pixel Noise. Please
Anything
finish.
for you, baby.
Please finish.
Working on it.
Okay, and Flag 1. As Cursed hits Flag 5, this is going to be a race, guys. This is going to be a race.
This is incredibly close.
Wow. Again, just anybody tuning in, Pixel Noise is about a minute behind at this point, and he has touched the summit, and now it's up to Cursed to make sure that the time doesn't sneak away from him. Let's all send our good luck and good energies to
Send
Cursed
it.
for a clean finish. Oh no, Flag 3 death.
Oh no.
The pressure is mounting. I'm just gonna hold my breath. That's a PB for Pixel Noise, by the way. Big PB.
Big PB, yeah.
Wow.
Congrats, Pixel Noise.
Thank you. Huh.
And this is going to be a PB for Cursed as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Massive PBs. Looks like a nice clean Flag 1 here from Cursed. Both players
Not quite enough, but
have
that
completed
was a good
it.
race.
Oh, Cursed, good
50,
job,
13,
dude.
and a
That was
50.
incredible.
35. What a finish. It all came down to Summit.
Double
Wow.
PBs, though.
What a race.
Double PB.
GG's. Double PBs. Like 5-minute PBs as well.